We can think of wonder as like this multifaceted gem. Multifaceted gem. And every, like, if you turn it and kind of see it from a different point of view, you see a different side, a different facet of wonder. And so I like to think of these 6 facets in 3 pairs, because it can help your listeners also sort of grasp the effects of each pair. So the first pair is probably the most common to us: openness and curiosity. So openness is the wide sky facet of wonder. It's this openness to new experiences that we ongoingly must foster and cultivate, particularly if we've got a new idea. We need to approach it with openness and even what I call an intelligent naivete. If you don't know what you're doing, all the more power to you at this stage. The second facet that's complementary is curiosity. And curiosity is the rebel facet because it questions the status quo way of doing things. It's when you're learning by doing and you're learning by experimenting. Instead of trying to be getting things perfect, you experiment and learn by doing. Those 2 facets together, really ongoing. I see it over and over again. They help us approach challenges with less reactivity and more creativity. The next 2 pair of facets are really interesting. Bewilderment and hope. Bewilderment is what I call the deep woods facet. This is the disorienting facet. This is Dorothy in her tornado moment. Like you and I just described, like how we have our own versions of our tornado moments, right? One bad thing happens after another. We're in a different world. And boom, she lands in Oz, and she has that classic line that, "I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto." And bewilderment is when our sense of our identity or an idea we thought was going to work out so well is profoundly confusing. And it's at this stage that we want to fertilize and not pathologize confusion. Then there's hope. Hope, which is not wishful thinking. It's a very proactive facet of wonder where we set our sights on just what's possible next. Maybe the scope of our sights is shorter, but it's just like, what can I do this week? I surround myself with other hopeful people. I engage in some deliberate, delicious daydreaming, and then I keep moving forward. And then the third pair of facets are possibly, for our times, and you probably agree, possibly the most important. They were also the most surprising for me as a creative introvert, that these were facets of wonder. But these are the relational, social facets of wonder: connection and admiration. So connection is what I call the flock facet. This is the facet that speaks to our longing to belong, to connect to something greater than ourselves. This is where we do experience wonder in the space between us, where we do, the person who's, the spouse whose sentences we think we can complete. It's the ability to see them anew differently and to see their beauty anew after however many years of being together. And the stranger, to see the stranger anew in beautiful ways. Admiration is, to me, a fascinating facet of wonder. The root of the word is mira, M-I-R-A, which is Latin for wonder. This is the same word we get for mirror. Mirror, the admiration is the mirror facet. So I define admiration as the surprising love for someone's excellence in craft or character that can inspire the best in us. And you don't have to go to the Olympics to be inspired with admiration. Again, sometimes it's the people you work with or the people you work for, the everyday people right around you that you can foster admiration for. So there you go. I hope just even that review switched some lights on some people to say, oh, actually now I'm in wonder with wonder, because that's where I've been for years.